All right. So now comes my favorite part of the show.
All right,
it's my favorite part of the whole evening. We've been on tour since March, and I have no better time anytime than right now, because I get to go sit down, have myself a nice cold one, and listen to the greatest.
What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus.
And it's your boy, Don Wannabe, back in the house once again.
So you guys, I wanted to introduce, I don't know if it's necessarily an introduction, because you're familiar with Eddie Van Halen, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen him put in work on a guitar solo?
No. I mean, I've of course, you know, I grew up in the 80s, watched MTV.
You've heard Van Halen songs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I know who Sammy Hagar is.
That's funny, because I didn't know who that he was. Everyone's been putting me on game, because the original singer, I believe, was, oh man, I'm going to forget. David Lee Roth?
David Lee Roth, yes.
Was the original?
David Lee Roth is a gangster, too. He went to Japan and just practiced martial arts for, like, years.
See, I didn't know that, because I reacted to Jump. And I'm like, bro, he's doing some ill cheerleader shit. And people are like, he's a martial artist. He'll whoop your ass. I was like, yo, I don't know about that. Calm down. But it's possible. I'm not saying he couldn't. I'm saying you have to get into the ring and decide that for ourselves, because I'm a martial artist.
Well, I hope you're good at sword fighting, because I'm pretty sure he went and practiced Japanese sword fighting for years, kendo.
He is definitely going to win at that.
Exactly.
He's definitely going to kick my ass about that.
Get your head cut off.
If it goes to the ground...
I have some rolling on the ground.
I have some kicks myself, good sir. All right. Anyways, they put me on game. We're about to check out Eddie Van Halen Eruption guitar solo, because Don has never seen it. He's never really seen what Eddie is capable of. We'll get into this conversation as we go. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
40-year-old boys are back in town. Boys are back in town. 40-year-old boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears. 40.
All right, y'all. I'm going to get this logo down and pull the video up. Don't forget, support the original content on the channel. I'm a hip-hop artist, a rapper. Been dropping music videos. If that's your thing, check it out. But we're also working on some collaborative efforts. Like, we want to do like a game show this summer. Just stay tuned. If you support the original stuff, we can create more of it. Now, shout out to the members. Thank you for joining up and supporting. If you want to join our membership, you get access to these videos first and what we're doing behind the scenes. But no obligation, and just want to thank the members for holding us down. Now, we're going to get into this. I think his name was, okay, so this is what's going on, you guys. The first thing that brought me down this guitarist rabbit hole was Stevie Ray Vaughan, okay? And we start having these conversations about Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, and of course, as we're having these conversations, Eddie Van Halen pops up, okay?
Is that like top
yeah, people start
guitarist?
giving out top fives and stuff like that, but Eddie...
Who else is up there? Jimmy Page?
I don't know, because people are just super random, but I'm looking this up right now, so don't think I'm ignoring you guys. I did a reaction recently. I think it's David Gilmour. He did Comfort. Yeah, David Gilmour, because people were saying he's up there, right? And so I'm just going to keep it a buck with what I see. I don't know anything. I'm not an instrumentalist guitarist. Don't go crazy. David Gilmour was a beast. The most impressive. Anyways, I don't want to say this yet. Let's watch this. Now, one of the things he said is I need to see this guitar solo from Prince. So we're going to check that out at some point on the channel as well. Let's get into this. This is Eddie Van Halen, Eruption guitar solo. And let's have a little conversation. You let me know what you think, all right? This was a different time, Don. Just remember that. We're all old. This was our time. And
I know. Literally our childhood.
Mr. Eddie Van Halen.
Think about that crowd, bro. That looks so dope.
I like the parachute pants.
He's been around for a while.
But I mean, as opposed to like the tights. Marlboro Man.
on. How did that cigarette reappear?
I wasn't paying attention to it.
This is my like third time seeing this video, so I was like, what the hell just happened?
Wait, it disappeared and then reappeared?
He put it on the guitar.
Yeah.
He took it out, smoked it, then he set it down, and now it's just on the guitar again.
He's a magician, bro. That's why he's the best guitarist ever. He can make cigarettes appear. So for a minute there, I was like getting vibes of like, man, this almost sounds like classical music, like, you know, Mozart or something like that. Like just certain concertos or whatever that I've listened to. Then I was like, yo, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure vibes. You know what I mean? It just took me back to that time frame. But I'm just tripping because I'm like, yo, what do his fingers look like? Like the tips of his fingers? Because, I mean, you felt a guitar string before.
Yeah.
You know, they're kind of rough. And I see all those picks on there on his guitar, and you saw at the beginning,
he's throwing them, playing. He's
it
playing
probably
with
broke it. It probably broke. That's probably why he's got so many picks on the guitar. I would assume. I don't know shit, but I'm just asking. I'm just wondering.
I thought he played with it. He's playing certain parts with his fingers, so he's throwing it to the crowd.
And maybe
and then going back and playing, and then the part that he needs to pick, he's pulling it back.
This is why I'm curious, like, because I'm asking because I don't know shit about guitars and like, you know, how challenging. Obviously, like the speed he's playing, like you can tell, that it's like difficult. But I'm wondering, did he like break the pick? Is that why he's got so many?
Yeah.
Or like you said, is it just he's exchanging them and tossing them?
I have no clue. My guess would be the latter. I think it's just a part of the show. And certain parts you play with the pick, certain parts you play without. So he's tossing it out at the crowd and just keeping it moving. That's what I think. But I don't know.
Hold up now. Who gets that? Because, you know, you got the Michael Jordan jump man, but he kind of invented that. Am I tripping?
No, because he had a knee up, but I know what you're saying. That's
You know?
that should be his own logo, where he jumped and his legs were like this.
Yes.
And he had the guitar. That would have been an ill logo. That would have been a crazy rock logo.
Because that's like prior to Jordan having the Jumpman logo.
Yeah.
So he's the originator.
No, because he had his knee
He's
up.
the originator.
He jumped like
He's
this.
the originator.
Jordan jumps like this.
Jordan was inspired by Van Halen.
He never know.
He was
Greatness
looking
is
at it.
inspired by
Yes,
greatness.
exactly.
Well, that's a possibility.
Am I tripping? Doesn't that sound like some classical music? Like,
Yeah. No, this thing is insanity. It's crazy. Yeah, like right there. This sounds just like some classical, like
he's playing like a cello or something.
Bro.
And when I see something like this, like, again, I don't know a ton about, you know, guitar and like the amount of time it takes to like get to this level, but that's what trips me out, because like when you see something like this, you're recognizing that it's like this generational talent, and you have this person who took this art form that's been around for, you know, decades and decades and decades, right? Mm-hmm. And then finds a way to push the boundaries. And it's like always interesting when you see somebody like that, because, you know, with music, so many people get caught in a formula. They're like, oh, I like this type of music, and this is the music that works and is popular. And it's like, you can see that in pop music today, where it all sounds the same. Like, so much of it sounds the same. The rap patterns are the same when we listen to hip hop. You know, the drum patterns are the same, right? And it takes a real visionary to be able to be like, I'm going to go out on a totally new branch. And then also, like, how many hours? Like, because that's the thing that I think people don't realize. Like, you see a rock star and you always think about the finished project where they're getting the girls and they have the nice car and, you know, they've got the hot tub and all that stuff. And that's what people are like, oh, I want to be a rock star. That's what you think of when you think of a rock star. You think of that. But nobody wants to do the hours and hours of your fingers being blistered, sitting in a room trying over and over and over again to get this, rhythm down, and just failing and not knowing if you're ever going to amount to anything. Because that's what it takes to get to this level. It's just like years and years of dedication, sitting in your room with no hose and no cars, you know what I mean? And no fans. While everybody else is out like chasing women and living the life and doing the fun stuff, to get to that level, you have to sacrifice all of that.
Yeah, you have to sacrifice something. I'm going to just say it now. And like I said, I just I did a reaction to David Gilmour. I did these multiple reactions to Stevie Ray Vaughan. I did some reactions to Hendrix. And we're got to get in Prince. Hopefully I'm not out of line by saying this, but this guitar solo for me is still the most impressive. We're about halfway through. That I've never just seen someone go from so many different arrays, different layers, different styles, different sounds in one solo personally. So you guys keep sending me stuff. But like at the same time for me, like just being a novice, being a hip hop kid, like, maybe I'm seeing this at a little more surface level because of the entertainment factor. But I think skill be told, like, there's just something here that I'm like, bro, this is just like, I personally ain't never seen nothing like this. It's one of my, from my limited views of guitar solos, this is the most impressive one I've seen yet.
Bro, that riff there is just American. That's just America. It sounds like a fucking, just a car engine revving.
Shit's hard.
Crazy. What's even crazier is that think about how many people he inspired, and like now people are pushing the boundaries on that. Like it never sits stagnant.
This is what I'm tripping on, is because I'm still searching the internet, but that to me is just, it's like there's moments in sports, there's moments in music, there's moments in martial arts that can't be recreated.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something about that one for me where maybe it's just because it's my introduction to guitar soloism, if that's even a word, at that level.
Yeah.
That did something to me, for me, and it helped me appreciate this way more than I ever would have. And
well, there's so much range in it. He
and-
had so many different tones and just like so many different like vibes, I guess. Like I'm having a hard time like expressing it because it's just like it showed a range of skill and capabilities and pulling sounds out of the guitar that I've not heard before necessarily, or I'm not used to hearing. Especially when he was doing like the cello, I'm like, that doesn't sound like a guitar. So he's like pulling these sounds out of the guitar and making it sing in a way that like I've never heard before.
This is what I'm saying, and I still to this, I mean, I'm taking, some requests in the sense of randomly checking out guitar solos, but I just have never seen anything like that, and I'm like, bro, that is just, to me, crazy. That's why this is a reoccurring reaction on the channel. Stuff that I personally just am like, dude, this is just too crazy to me. It's like, I got to bring other people in front of it, and that's one of the things. So, yeah, man, damn. I think that's my 4th time seeing that, and I'm still just like, what the and you hear something new every time.
Yeah, I kind of want to know what the list is of like top guitarists, top guitar solos, and that'd be fun to do one for like drums, like drum solos.
Yeah. From an artist standpoint and someone who's been on those big stages, I've also been a tour manager, and you know what is so funny? I was thinking about this during this reaction. This is 13 minutes long. Yeah. So they're probably, so I was just thinking as a tour manager, all the fans are like, I can't miss this. Oh my God, so exciting, I have to be here. But when you're the tour manager, like you're in the back and you're like, hey, what part of the set are we in right now? And they're like, oh, Eddie's going up to do his solo. And you're like, all right, I got 20 minutes. I'm going to go grab some food. Yeah. Like you go around the venue, go get some food.
Hating.
No, that's just how it works, Mm-hmm. And I was just thinking about the different dynamics as like a worker at these shows, the light guy, the sound guy, the tour manager, the tour bus, and then you have the fans. And for some reason today it all came together because it's this harmonious thing that makes it all work. But I've been behind the scenes, you guys, like on some of these bigger shows. And so it's kind of fun to see that somewhere you're in the front row sweating, loving the concert while there's a tour manager like rushing to get his meal, and just get his nutrition in for the night.
Maybe.
Well, someone is doing that.
No, I'm just saying that, like, I'm just looking at it as like there are certain people where you're like, I'm going to stick around for this specific part and just watch and enjoy.
Well, this is what
there are those luminaries that are just like beyond, and you're like just trying to capture that moment.
This is the thing. When you tour manage or whatever, you do this every night for about 40, 50 nights in a row.
Yeah.
So there's nights where some nights you're like, yo, we're in, let's say, Detroit. We're at Harpo's. Tonight's a special night. I'm going to catch it.
Yeah.
But it's just like you're maneuvering your schedule around certain things, right? Like some people are trying to meet up with a chick at the same time. It's just funny because I'm telling you, they're like fans want to see the whole show. But when you work a show every night, you're doing 40 nights in a row.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. There's this unique parallel and dynamics to concerts. And I just, for some reason, that popped in my head today. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like, while he's actually creating guitar history, someone's like, man, I need to go get these Brussels sprouts.
Man, you know what that reminds me of? This is what you sound like. For every hot chick, there's some dude who's tired of banging her.
Message 40.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ, boy.